You guys, this is the moment Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans have been waiting for, and it's so much darker than anyone imagined. After 28 years of marriage, Kyle Richards has finally snapped. In an explosive leak that is rocking Hollywood to its core, Kyle is said to have unleashed a devastating tell-all that rips the mask off the man the entire world thought was the perfect husband. Mauricio Umansky, the charming, sneaker-wearing real estate king, the devoted father, the charismatic face of the agency, is allegedly hiding a terrifying dark side so sinister it involves fraud, self-dealing, federal investigations, and a trail of betrayal that goes far deeper than any cheating scandal. Insider sources close to Kyle claim she can no longer stay silent. She has allegedly handed over shocking evidence to her divorce lawyers that paints Mauricio not as the loving supporter we saw on TV, but as a calculated master of deception who used their marriage, their family brand, and even their own daughters as pawns in his ruthless empire-building game. What did Kyle discover that finally made her turn against the man she stood by through every housewives fight? Was it the millions allegedly stolen from charity deals? The secret offshore accounts? Or something even more heartbreaking that happened behind the glass walls of their Beverly Hills mansion? This is just the beginning, and what's coming next will leave you speechless. Keep watching because the revelations only get darker from here. If you've been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for years, you thought you knew Mauricio Umansky. That smooth-talking, ridiculously handsome, always supportive husband who stood beside Kyle Richards through every screaming match, every backstabbing betrayal, and every glamorous vacation. He was the guy who made us all jealous, the perfect blend of charm, ambition, and family devotion. But according to explosive new insider leaks, that image was nothing but a carefully crafted illusion, and Kyle Richards has finally reached her breaking point. Let's go back to the beginning so you can understand just how deep this betrayal runs. Mauricio Umansky didn't grow up with a silver spoon in Beverly Hills. Born in Mexico City in 1970 to a modest family, he arrived in America hungry for power and status. Everything changed in 1996 when he married Kyle Richards, the ultimate Hollywood insider from the famous Richards Hilton dynasty. Kyle wasn't just his wife. She was his golden ticket into the elite world of wealth, fame, and influence. Suddenly, Mauricio had access to the Platinum Triangle, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Holmby Hills, and he wasted no time using it. He rose fast at Hilton and Highland, the ultra-exclusive brokerage run by Kyle's own brother-in-law, Rick Hilton. Mauricio became their top agent, closing insane deals like the Walt Disney estate. But insiders now claim even then there were warning signs of his terrifying dark side, a ruthless hunger that put money and power above everything, including family loyalty. Behind closed doors, Kyle allegedly watched him grow more obsessed with fame, constantly pushing for more spotlight, more deals, more control. Then came the ultimate power move. In 2011, Mauricio shocked everyone by betraying his own family ties and launching the agency with its flashy red branding and radical collaboration slogan. Kyle stood by him like the loyal wife we all saw on TV. She let him use their marriage, their daughters, and her Real Housewives platform as free marketing. For over a decade, the world bought the fantasy, the perfect couple living the Beverly Hills dream. But leaked reports say Kyle was quietly suffering. She allegedly saw how Mauricio turned their family into a brand, how he pressured their daughters Farrah and Alexia into the business, and how his ego ballooned with every Netflix camera that followed him for buying Beverly Hills. Friends of Kyle are now saying the warning signs were everywhere. The late nights, the mysterious business trips, the way he allegedly mixed personal investments with company deals. Yet Kyle stayed silent, until now. This wasn't a sudden decision. Years of hidden scandals, federal lawsuits, and heartbreaking private fights finally pushed her over the edge. She can no longer protect the man who promised her forever while allegedly destroying everything they built together. And what she's about to expose, it's worse than cheating. It's a calculated web of deception that could destroy the agency forever. But just when you think you know how bad it is, wait until you hear what happened in that Malibu mansion deal. The first major bombshell is coming up next, and it will leave you absolutely speechless. Buckle up because this is where the knife goes in deep. What Kyle Richards allegedly discovered about Mauricio Umansky isn't just another cheating scandal or a late-night argument behind the gates of their Encino mansion. This is cold, calculated, and terrifying. According to explosive insider sources speaking exclusively to us, Kyle has now handed over devastating evidence from a 2016 deal that proves Mauricio's dark side was far more sinister than anyone ever imagined. Picture this. A breathtaking 16,000 square foot clifftop mega mansion in Malibu at 3620 Sweetwater Mesa Road. Panoramic ocean views, luxury beyond imagination. But this wasn't just any listing. The U.S. Department of Justice had seized the property from Teodoro Ngema Obiang Mang, the corrupt son of Equatorial Guinea's dictator, after he allegedly used stolen government funds to buy it. The feds trusted Mauricio Umansky and the agency to sell it and send every penny to charity for the people of Equatorial Guinea. Instead, Kyle allegedly uncovered that her own husband orchestrated one of the most heartless self-dealing schemes in Beverly Hills history. Leaked court documents and insider reports claim Mauricio deliberately hid multiple massive offers, including one from a legitimate buyer willing to pay over $40 million. Instead of presenting those bids to the Department of Justice like he was legally and morally required to do, sources say Mauricio secretly steered the entire deal toward a private investment group run by his own close business partner. The mansion sold for the rock-bottom price of just $32.5 million, with Mauricio conveniently acting as broker for both sides, pocketing a double commission. Can you feel the betrayal yet? But here's what sent Kyle into a rage-filled spiral according to those closest to her less than 12 months later. Without doing any major renovations, that same group flipped the mansion for a jaw-dropping $69.9 million. Nearly $37 million in pure profit, money that should have gone to charity victims of a brutal dictatorship. One insider whispers, Kyle was shaking when she saw the full paperwork. She kept repeating, "He used me. He used our entire image while stealing from charity." The man she defended on national television for years allegedly looked his own wife in the eyes and hid an empire built on deception. Leaked text messages allegedly sent between Mauricio and his inner circle are now circulating among divorce insiders. One message reportedly read, "They don't need to know the real numbers. Keep it quiet." Another source claims Kyle found emails where Mauricio bragged about killing it on the Sweetwater flip while their daughters were filming innocent scenes for buying Beverly Hills. The emotional damage is unimaginable. Kyle, who stood by him through every housewives rumor, every public humiliation, every late-night business meeting, now feels she was married to a stranger with a terrifying dark side. The fight that allegedly broke everything happened in late 2024. Kyle reportedly confronted Mauricio in their living room surrounded by family photos. Insiders say she screamed through tears, "Was any of it real? Or was I just another listing you flipped for profit?" Mauricio's alleged calm response, denying everything while his eyes showed panic, only made her angrier. That night, Kyle allegedly began secretly recording conversations and gathering every financial document she could find. But wait, here comes the first terrifying twist that makes this even worse than you think. According to fresh leaks obtained by our team, the Malibu mansion wasn't an isolated mistake. Kyle allegedly discovered this was part of a repeated pattern. Multiple other high-profile deals allegedly involved the same self-dealing tactics, hiding offers, steering properties to secret partners, and using the agency's radical collaboration culture as a cover. Even more shocking, sources claim some of those dirty deals helped fund the very lifestyle they paraded on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the private jets, the Aspen mansion, the lavish parties. Kyle wasn't just married to a flawed businessman. She was allegedly married to a man who turned their entire family brand into a machine that profited from ethical violations. The rage, the heartbreak, the sense of total betrayal, it's all pouring out of Kyle now like a volcano that's been dormant for 28 years. And just when you think this scandal couldn't possibly get any darker, the next revelation involving his own Netflix show, Buying Beverly Hills, is about to destroy what little is left of his reputation. The cameras he invited into his life may have just become the weapon that ends his empire forever. You're not going to believe what happens next. Just when you thought the Malibu mansion betrayal was the worst thing Kyle Richards had uncovered, the real nightmare explodes into something even more terrifying. According to multiple insiders now speaking out, Kyle didn't stop at the charity fraud. She went full detective mode and uncovered how Mauricio's terrifying dark side poisoned everything, including the very Netflix show he bragged about on national television. In a move that has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, Kyle allegedly presented her divorce lawyers with never-before-seen evidence proving that Mauricio didn't just hide dirty real estate deals. He was running the agency like a ruthless empire that broke federal laws while smiling for the cameras. The biggest bombshell? His own Netflix series, Buying Beverly Hills, the show meant to be his victory lap, has now become the smoking gun that could destroy him. Leaked production notes and internal emails reportedly obtained by Kyle show Mauricio aggressively pressuring his agents, including his own daughters Farah and Alexia, to launch illegal robocalling campaigns. We're talking automated spam calls to thousands of innocent people without their consent, a direct violation of the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. One alleged leaked text from Mauricio to a senior agent reads, "I don't care how you do it, just get the leads. Make the calls. This is how we survive." Kyle reportedly broke down in tears when she realized their daughters were filmed participating in these very sessions that are now being used as evidence in a massive class action lawsuit against the agency. The escalation is brutal. What started as a quiet divorce has turned into an all-out war. Kyle is said to be furious, telling close friends, "He used our family, our reputation, and even our children to build an empire on lies and illegal tactics. I stood by him for 28 years while he laughed behind my back." The heartbreak in her voice, according to sources, is mixed with pure rage and a desire for revenge. This shocking reveal is spreading like wildfire. TMZ has already picked up the story with the headline "Kyle's Revenge. RHOBH star drops nuclear evidence on husband's empire." Twitter is exploding with threads calling Mauricio the ultimate fake husband. One viral tweet reads, "Kyle carried him for years on Housewives, and this is how he repays her?" Terrifying. Even some Bravo insiders are leaking that producers are panicking because this could taint the entire RHOBH brand. But here's the twist that changes everything. Sources claim Kyle has one final piece of evidence that's even darker than the lawsuits and the robocalls. Something so personal and so devastating about Mauricio's double life that it could erase every perfect husband moment we ever saw on television. What is this final secret Kyle is holding? How deep does Mauricio's terrifying dark side actually go? The answers are about to shake Beverly Hills to its core, and you won't believe who else is now turning against him. The internet is literally on fire right now. Within hours of Kyle Richards' alleged explosive evidence leaking, social media has erupted into absolute chaos. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok are flooded with millions of reactions, some screaming in total disbelief, others unleashing pure rage at the man they once called goals. The hashtag Mauricio's Dark Side is trending worldwide, sitting at over 2.3 million posts in just one day. Can you even believe how fast this has blown up? Bravo fans are completely divided. One side is 100% Team Kyle. A viral tweet from a top Housewives account reads, "Kyle gave this man 28 years, her platform, her daughters, and he was out here committing federal fraud and using charity money. Her heart must be shattered. Protect Kyle at all costs." The comments are flooded with heartbroken emojis and messages like, "I feel so betrayed. Mauricio was the only husband I actually liked." The anger is palpable. Women across America are calling it the ultimate betrayal, a man who preached family values on TV while allegedly destroying everything behind the scenes. But not everyone is on Kyle's side. A fierce hashtag Team Mauricio army has emerged, claiming Kyle is weaponizing the divorce for revenge. One leaked DM from a supposed agency insider says, "Kyle knew exactly what kind of man he was. She enjoyed the private jets and millions. Now she's playing victim? This is disgusting." The fights in the comments are brutal, with fans going to war, accusing each other of supporting a fraud or a bitter ex-wife. The Real Housewives cast is also losing their minds. Lisa Rinna reportedly texted a friend, "I always knew something was off with that red empire. Kyle deserves justice." Erica Jane allegedly liked a post that read, "Mauricio's terrifying dark side was hiding in plain sight, sending fans into a frenzy." Dorrit Kemsley posted a cryptic story with a broken heart emoji and the caption, "When the mask finally falls." Even Andy Cohen is said to be monitoring the situation closely, with insiders claiming an emergency RHOBH reunion episode is now being discussed. The real estate industry is in total panic mode. Top brokers in Beverly Hills are distancing themselves fast. One leaked report from a rival firm states, the agency's red branding now represents greed and deception. Clients are pulling out. This could collapse the entire luxury market's trust. Major outlets like TMZ, Page Six, and Daily Mail are running non-stop coverage, calling it the most explosive celebrity divorce scandal of 2025. But here's what's really making everyone panic. Sources say the most devastating revelation hasn't even dropped yet. Kyle is allegedly holding onto one final piece of evidence so dark, so personal, and so explosive that it will not only end Mauricio's career, it could destroy his entire legacy forever. What is Kyle hiding? The final twist is coming, and it's going to shake the entire Beverly Hills empire to its core. Hold on to your seats, because what I'm about to tell you changes everything. Just when you thought Kyle Richards had already exposed the worst of Mauricio Umansky's terrifying dark side, the charity fraud, the self-dealing millions, the illegal robocalls, a final nuclear bombshell has allegedly detonated behind the scenes. And this one is so personal, so vicious, and so heartbreaking that it proves Mauricio wasn't just a shady businessman. He was allegedly a cold-blooded betrayer who laughed at his own wife while destroying her life. According to exclusive insider sources connected to Kyle's legal team, she has obtained a secret burner phone belonging to Mauricio that contains years of deleted messages, voice notes, and hidden photos. The contents are so devastating that Kyle reportedly collapsed in pure agony when she read them. Multiple messages allegedly show Mauricio mocking Kyle in the most cruel way possible, calling her the perfect TV prop, and bragging to his secret inner circle that he only stayed married to her for the Real Housewives exposure and the agency's branding. One leaked voice note reportedly says, "Kyle is useful for the cameras, but she has no idea what I'm really doing. Keep her happy and distracted." But the ultimate knife in the heart? Insiders claim the phone also reveals Mauricio had a long-term mistress, a high-profile female client deeply involved in several of his shady real estate flips, including the Malibu mansion deal. They allegedly used the stolen profits to fund secret vacations while Kyle was filming emotional scenes about family first on RHOBH. Even worse, sources say some of those messages show Mauricio pressuring his own daughters to lie to their mother and cover for his absences. The betrayal runs so deep that Kyle is said to have screamed through uncontrollable sobs. "He didn't just steal from strangers. He stole my entire life while smiling in my face every single day." This final twist has sent panic through the entire Umansky family. Mauricio is reportedly in complete meltdown mode, with leaked reports claiming he begged Kyle on his knees not to make any of this public. But Kyle, fueled by years of suppressed rage and heartbreak, has allegedly told friends, "The world deserves to see who he really is. I'm done protecting his terrifying dark side." Social media is already predicting total chaos once these messages drop. The drama is nowhere near over. Insiders whisper that Kyle is preparing to reveal even more evidence in an upcoming unfiltered interview, and there are rumors of secret recordings that could implicate other major names in Beverly Hills. This empire is crumbling faster than anyone predicted, but the biggest explosion is still coming. What else is Kyle hiding? Will Mauricio fight back with his own dirt? Is this the end of the agency, or just the beginning of a war that will take down half of RHOBH with it? You're going to want to stay glued to this story, because part 2 is going to be even more explosive. You guys, if your jaw is still on the floor after everything we just exposed, then you already know this is the biggest RHOBH scandal in years. Kyle Richards has ripped open Mauricio Umansky's terrifying dark side, and the fallout is only getting started. The perfect husband image is dead. The Red Empire is crumbling. And the betrayal runs deeper than any of us could have imagined. Now I need to hear from you. Drop a comment right now and tell me, do you believe Kyle is finally exposing the truth, or is this just a bitter revenge plot and a nasty divorce? Was Mauricio's dark side obvious the entire time on Real Housewives, or did he fool all of us? Should the agency be shut down for good after these fraud allegations? Or do you think there's even more dirt still waiting to explode? Your voice matters in this chaos. Comment the wildest theory you have. If you're as addicted to this drama as I am, smash that like button like Kyle smashed the illusion of her marriage. Subscribe right now and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We are dropping part 2 in the next 48 hours, and trust me, it's going to be even more explosive. I'm talking actual leaked voice notes, Kyle's alleged secret recordings, Mauricio's desperate attempt to fight back, and names of other big Beverly Hills players who might go down with him. This story is nowhere near over. The terrifying dark side Kyle has exposed is just the beginning of a war that could take down half of RHOBH with it. Insider sources say more evidence is about to leak any day now, and when it does, it's going to be nuclear. So what are you waiting for? Comment your hottest take below, subscribe, and stay locked in. The next bombshell is coming faster than Mauricio can flip another mansion. Turn on those notifications, you do not want to miss what happens next. This is only getting darker. See you in the next video if you can handle it.